Good morning, people. Apologies right there. A little bit of a technical difficulty, man, but we are good to go now. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear your boy speak. Throw those A's in the chat right now so that we can make sure that we are broadcasting clean and clear from Southern California, Palmdale. Right, so what is good, my family? What is good? Good to see you all. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. Thank you so much for showing up once again. We have made it through the week, guys. We are alive, we are well, and we are breathing. Right? We made a cool touch to Friday. Congratulations to you all, guys. What's up? Teaser, how's it going? Sebastian Lim, good to see you here. Andrew. What's up, 2BZ? How's it going, guys? How's it going? Rosie Gray Glasses saying, I just need to know the lowest dip to the cent on FNGR. We'll try to get as close as we can, right, dude? Sway, what is good? XX, Jim, how you doing? Barefoot, always good to see the team up in here. So what's up, moderator Sebastian Lim? Tell me what the story is, my dude. You're already telling me that we faced a rejection from the, the bi-weekly band on FNGR. We're going to have to go and take a look at what is the deal here with FNGR, right? Let's go ahead and find out. But guys, I do have an external request. Jewelry Affairs, what's up? NLPB, good to see you here. Thomas, what's up, man? What's up? Happy Friday to you. So yeah, let me go ahead. Let's see. Don't we have a clear looking bullish flag on FNGR? You know what? I'm not sure, right? But we're gonna figure that out. This looks like a clean flag, even on the buy daily, right? Oh yeah, this looks like it's the, let's see, 3 days and 4 hours. We just finished this one here, right? Even in the daily, it can be, oh yeah, this is a, you know, I'm not the biggest believer of formations themselves, but if sentiment believes it enough, then yeah, this is a clear indication of a bull flag, right? A very textbook setup, if that's, if that counts for anything, but very good eye. It's, I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and commend you for that one. So, Keith, what is up, man? Arca, my brother, we didn't get an FNGR from Finger. We got the entire fist. Dude, no way. So, what's going down? I see what you mean. Yeah, we have a resistance touch already today. What was the high? 660. Oh, my goodness. All right. So, yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and find out. But this is usually reaccumulation for a continuation to the upside. All right, team. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and evaluate FNGR. But please know that I do have an external request to take a look at, right? So, blank screen. Let's go ahead and pull up the screen. Hold on just a sec, you guys. Let's make sure that we are looking at the correct one. And this should be it right here. Let me know in the chat if you can actually see the screen now. And, yes, it's the 34 ultra wide, right? So, good. I think I see it now. Okay, good deal. All right, so, nice big... Brad, what's up, man? Dude, good to see you. Northwest, what is good? Man, Barbara Young, how's it going? Good to see everybody here. Good morning to you all. Good morning and happy Friday to everyone. Ian Tucker, what's up? You see the screen? Good deal. Okay. Cryptic Trader, external request. Must be Frank. No. Actually, no, this is someone else, and I think they may have been from the COSM community. But Mubin, if this is you, buddy, if you are in the chat, you don't have to chat, man. I'll go ahead and cover it for you. So that's going to be NAVB, right? So let's go ahead and pull that ticker up real quick and find out. So here it is. And we want to take a look at, first of all, let me get rid of the magical algorithms here and evaluate the larger time frames, right? So let's find out what's even happening here on the daily. Let's see what the asset looks like, right? So... and now, Daniel, what's up, man? What's up? What is good with you, my friend? Good to see you here. Always a pleasure to have you here in the chat, man. So this, the ticker has been trading for quite some time. So let's pull up the 5-day or even the weekly to minimize the noise, right? So here you go. It's been trading. Wow. It's been trading since the better part of about 1992. Very good stuff. And let's see what's going down here. Okay, all right. So the ticker is not horrible, actually. It does have some phases of upside and it does have some phases of downside. Okay, except the only thing is that it started facing a very, very gradual decline starting from June in 2011. So this is, I guess, in all speculation here, it's been kind of a weird asset to maintain, right? So yeah, look at this. So it started capitulating along with the broader markets right around here. Okay, so yeah, it's only understandable that it would do this, right? So it does have some pretty tough resistances to get away from. Why change? How you doing? Steve, what's up, dude? What's up? Good to see you guys here. Andrew, what's up, man? What's up? Okay, so anyway, team, let's go ahead and keep on evaluating this, right? So oftentimes when you're looking at dips like this, you want to count your ladders, right, to the downside. So you have a ladder 1 here, you have a ladder 2, this is your ladder 3 right here, this is your ladder 4, and this is your ladder 5. Okay, so if you remember or if you recall, when we talk about these ladders to the downside, usually anything after 3 starts to become a higher probability for a bounce, right? So this is why you're seeing test number 4 so large here. And actually it was a I mean, arguably you could argue that this was a bear flag of sorts, right? So but yeah, this is why you see such a large number 4 iteration, is because people did believe that this was the one in the last one. But the thing is that in particular to these ladder downs, you are looking for test number 4, 5, even 6, 7, even 8 or 9. Okay, so that's not to say that this one is going to continue lower. In fact, there may be a clear indication that the 7-11 that it faced down here could have been the floor, right? So as you start moving beyond 3, yes, number 4 is a possibility, but your probabilities start to increase as you increase the numbers to the downside, or increase the numbers of the ladders to the downside, right? So yeah, just to kind of put it out there like that, you know what I mean, team? So let's go ahead and find out to see if we are even near a bottom, right? So let's go ahead and start looking at the macro real fast, and then we'll get this thing clear and underway, right? So let me pull up the monthly Gaussian band to see if there's anything near us. Oh man, even the wow, okay, nothing there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly time frame. I'm sorry, the annual time frame, and then the 6 month. Okay, a little too far. Let's look at the quarterly chart. It's way below us. Let's jump all the way back down to the 12 hour. I want to see if the Gaussian band is anywhere in relation to the price action currently. Okay, so well, yeah, this is it sometimes happens, team. Sometimes we do tend to break out of the channel, and then we would actually have to come back and test the mean band. But if you're looking at the daily time frame, it looks like we are in the process of knocking at the door of the inside of this Gaussian band. And so just so you know, we have not been inside of this since April 28th, 2023. So we've spent a great deal of time outside of the Gaussian band, and now we're starting to get the first indication that there could be a break to the inside of it, right? So Indra, what's up? Good to see you here. Good to see you here. Welcome and happy Friday to you, right? Anyway, team, let's go ahead and check out. Now that we know that we have a resistance that's high, I mean, this is highly likely why we're facing a resistance, right? So let's pull up the moving averages too and see what's going on there. Okay, so all right, so daily time frame, EMA 21 and SMA 10 working very nicely together. We are in the process of converting that SMA 50 into support, which is good. Okay, so that means that we have 3 major moving averages below us that can help us support and bounce to the inside. This EMA 55 located right at about 1317 is typical, because upon this downside here, we'll regather some bulls, right? And then get this thrust to the upside, face the resistance at about 13, and then drop back down to validate the newly converted resistance of the bottom side of the bands into support before continuing onto the upside, right? So it's kind of a normal playish in the sense to where we're actually starting to converge all of the moving averages. So if we get the Gaussian band out of the way and the price action, you can see that the moving averages are starting to do this motion, right? We're starting to get them closer to each other. So that's indicative of price action reversing, okay? But it's I mean, we're looking at the daily here, so it could take some time. So there may be some patience to practice here, right? So let's pull up the price action and then now find out what could be happening in the shorter time frames. But what I can say is that it's kind of a big deal for us to reacquire the SMA 50 on a daily, because the SMA 50 would in turn start to converge against the SMA 200. So maybe about 3 to 6 weeks away from creating some type of a bullish cross here, which would be the golden cross, SMA 50 above the SMA 200. And I mean this is typically what happens, right? Huge decline, and then SMA 50 capture, and then the support validations happen, continuation to the upside, resist from the 200 back down, and then converging actually gets really tight, and then price action breaks out, right? So very good stuff. Sig Vicious, Stigfishes, my dude. Morning battle. I'm not gonna say anything today. I'm a big grump, so just hanging out. Stigfishes, we're gonna speak later, my brother. I hope everything's okay. I'll make sure to reach out to you, dude. But thank you so much for your donation, my friend. That doesn't seem like you're a big grump this morning. You came in here and showed massive support to me, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If there's anything I can do to look out for you here in the tickers, of course, please let me know, and I will certainly try my best to help you out, dude. But good to see you, my battle. Always good to see you here. What is up, Zephram? Good to see you here, my dude. And saying to Stig to hang in there, my brother. That's right. Okay, dude, but please let me know if there's anything I can help with, okay? So anyway, team, let's make sure to evaluate the immediate short-term time frame to find out what could be happening here, at least in the interim, right? So let's go ahead and pull this up on the 30-minute. We want to evaluate momentum now real fast, okay? So notice here that we're having an increase of momentum with a decrease of volatility. So that is mathematically programmed to happen whenever we do reach overextended levels of momentum, right? So let's see if the 30-minute is already influencing the hourly. So Yuka Frita, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. And Philip, how you doing? All right, so the hourly time frame still has not received the influence, although I can say that it's starting to curl like the 30-minute is curling. Okay, so let's see how much power is behind this actually on the 15-minute. Okay, so not much power. Okay, so the 15-minute would honestly be a lot, I guess, more pungent, or you know, if it were more pronounced, right? If it were more of a significant or defined upside. So let me see the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, the 5-minute time frame. The 5-minute time frame. What's going on here, you guys? Who hired Arca? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, the 5-minute time frame could show a little more strength here. Unfortunately, it's actually showing a little bit of an ebb and flow here. It's okay. Things are starting to consolidate, which is usually a typical thing to do when you're facing new legs to the upside, right? So you had your consolidation. Let me get the moving averages out of the way and show you what I mean, right? So this was your prior consolidation range, right? This is your shakeout from the next leg up, and now this is your new consolidation range, right? So we have to look at price action like that. We'll start it in steps, right? And then continue onwards and upwards, which honestly would be a lot better than just to face a huge upside day. You have no idea, you know. a lot of the times, like I can get away with things like that too, right? As an analyst, because it's like I spoke about this target right here. It's not my fault that I hit it on the 1-minute candle, you know. But whoever had their sell targets there absolutely got their profits, right? Sometimes things can happen like that, teams, to where it's just like, bam, you just get a huge candle to the upside or even the downside. Usually these are liquidity traps, right? So, and they could be short shakeouts. They could be like short shakeouts. They could be long shakeouts. All kinds of stuff, man. All kinds of stuff. So pulling stop losses in situations like this are sometimes indicative of an upside coming in, similar to what happened here, right? Huge downside, or even this right here, huge downside, huge upside, and then the price action little by little starts inclining, right? So that's, I mean, and then here too, look at this, huge upside, huge downside, consolidation, and price rises. So things like this tend to happen before there are major moves, and you know, it's just the market's playing tricks, right? So you have to be super aware and very, very attentive to your price action when you are evaluating the immediate short-term time frames like these. Micro time frames like 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute, 3, 2, 1, all those, they're very volatile and they're hard to predict sometimes, okay, team? So what I can say is that the immediate short-term time frames have a lesser strike rate, okay? So it's just not as good as it is in the larger time frames, which present a higher amount of risk, right? But sometimes that can help out. That high amount of risk means higher volatility, which means bigger opportunity, right? So not necessarily true all the time, but I would just like for you to expand your mind and think of it in similar situations as such. Okay, so now that we know that we don't have a clear indication for an upside, this could mean that we are still on a downside phase, and the corrective process right now from this candle here is not permanent, but it is safe to assume that we may actually be collecting a new higher low. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it is safe to say that we are collecting a new higher low, and to be clear, it could be in respects to this regression here. Okay, so something like this here, sometimes you can assume that, okay? It's not all the time, but you can assume type of price action like this, okay? So in other words, what I'm saying here is that we're building an ascending triangle, right? So just like this is here, this is what I'm seeing, right? So sometimes it's hard to see this if you know, you're not really looking out for formation theory or whatever else, but it's significant to me because this is amongst one of the formations, actually the only formation with a mathematical property and a psychological property within it, right? So of course you can still argue that this is a bear flag in all essence, right? But it does have the attributes of a reaccumulation before a continuation to the upside. So this is why I'm saying that we could face some consolidation or slight moves to the downside. In this case, it would be 1003 before reaccumulating again, and I can't be certain of that here either because this looks like it's trying to get ready for a breakout. Why? Because we already know that when approaching the 65 to 70% of the completion or to the apex of the triangle, that's usually when you start getting this this breakout prep, right? So you'll break to the upside, naturally face resistance from this. Actually, it's a large space, so 1466 to around 1705. I would honestly have to favor 1466 resistance, come back down, validate your 1260 as support, and then continue to the upside. There are several targets to look at as well, right? So go ahead and take a top side trend line here, right, to the very lower end of the price action, and then you can apply that to the supposed area of breakout to give you a price objective. So price objective, I guess we can consider it the last price objective, would be 2247, which is highly confluent with a lot of support right down here, right? So now the second set or the middle of the triangle would also serve as a potential price objective. Okay, so this is just to kind of shine light onto some potentials, right, for targets. Psychologically speaking, the second target is taking us to about 1846. Of course, it's absolutely confluent with this area here, which would honestly show, you know, favor some confluence here with the 1608 bottom side of the range right here too. Okay, so now, and the last one to consider would be this one, okay, team. It would be, let's just say that we were to break out around here. Let's say on Thursday, July 20th. It's a blind guess. It's not what we're going to do. It's just for argument's sake, right? So we are preparing the trade so that in the event where we need to exit, we have some spaces, right? So in this right here, 1575, which is highly confluent to this range low here, yeah, team, there are several targets to look at here, and here they're listed right over here, right? So I do see us reaccumulating for maybe a couple more days before we can attempt an upside. So Mubin, if you are still here, my brother, please let me know if we can continue watching this or continue giving it an eye, right? So I want to make sure that your friend is taken care of. So let me know whatever I can do for the team, okay? But yeah, that's essentially what I'm seeing here. And this is in all essence, this is a bullish reaccumulation on a test number 5 ladder, right? So this could be the floor here. But we'll check it. We'll check it as we go. Moderator Samantha H, good to see you here in the chat. Always good to see you. And reminding the chat to please make sure to hit that like button, team. Make sure to hit the notifications bell so that you are aware whenever I do post a video or stream live, which is usually every day now, team. What's up, the Fawns, man? How you doing? Good to see you here. I love listening to you. You have way too much fun for someone who is doing their work occupation. That is the secret to not having a job, my brother. It's doing something that you love, right? Doing something that you're passionate about. It just so happens that I found a passion within the finance sector of the influencers realm, right? Like YouTube finance, Twitter finance, all that good stuff, right? The stock market, man. Trading in general, it's just it's like a sport to me, man. You know, condition like an athlete for it, perform like an athlete for it. All from the comfort of your own home. I can't tell you that I'm the most proud of it though, as I feel that it has a little you know, it's not necessarily contributing to society a bit. So this is why I help out retail, right? So that we can make sure that we at least have purpose, right? So as I would feel extremely unfulfilled if it was just my personal little secret and I kept it to myself, right? And I helped nobody. That would really suck. Mike Garcia, what is up? Good to see you here, my dude. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Always good to see you. So, Snowdrifter saying, I love what you do and you never work a day. Yeah. In our life, man, it's just, it's fun being here, man. It's awesome sharing some good times with people here. It's been a really good week too. Lots of games to be made, right? So I want to take a look at something here too. So what's up, Yak? Good to see you here. Zephram saying that's my exact feelings about trading and how it related to society. Dude, right? It just, it feels, I mean, the thing is that, you know, they refer to this as a zero-sum game, which that's literally what I mean, right? So I'm capitalizing over someone losing their money. I mean, that's the entire concept, right? Of trading equities, trading crypto, trading bonds, trading anything, right? It's the capital gain for, you know, on behalf of someone's loss. So that's, it leaves me a little, you know, is it the best thing in the world? No, but does my sick son need it? You know, probably yes. If I'm gonna help out society in the process, I'm gonna try to do it in the form of which you're seeing it now, right? So I'll try to provide some assistance to retail, right, and try to help them out and see what's going down. To hopefully shine some light in a different perspective for trading, right, team? So that's the only reason I say that I'm not the most proud of actually capitalizing in the or siphoning from the markets themselves because of the zero sum idea. But it's all good. It's all good. I love that we can. I love that we can all join together here and make a change, right? So anyway, team, let's go ahead and give VIRI a pass through. We were speaking about this ticker making an upside here. Yeah, you know what? Somebody was talking about, a lot of people talking about GTBP. Somebody mentioned as well that there was no news. Please let me know in the chat if that is the actual truth. Is there no news with the pump that GTBP is facing right now or what? So Rosie Gray Glass is saying in a fair market, you are providing capital for companies to grow. That is absolutely the original idea behind capital markets, right? So unfortunately, it became kind of a you know, a rumors based type of market, right? So it's not necessarily the real valuation of the company. It's more of what everyone believes it to be. Instead of it actually showing, I mean, of course, you're going to have your Googles, your Amazons, and things of that nature, right? But for the smaller assets, they're subject to belief, right? So, and it's just going to be that. Even the larger ones, but the smaller ones are more, you know, at danger here because they can absolutely face some type of a capitulation event based on some terrible news that somebody spread that had nothing to do with nothing. Right? Somebody says there's salmonella in this, and then bam, all over the news, and you see the stock plummet, and everybody at the board are like, what? Like, what? No, we don't. Who spread that? Right? Some angry person just spread that news, and then based on that belief, your entire market just drops like crazy, right? So just that's what I mean, guys. Mubin, what's up, man? Thanks, brother. I will let him know. Absolutely, my dude. And like I said, please remind me, and we can always look at it again. I can evaluate it on a daily basis, whatever you want, man. I'll try and help out as much as I can. I don't want your friend to suffer, right, my dude? So we'll take a look at it. All right, my dude, but very good to see you here and very good to see you respond. So what is up? What is up, my brother? And yeah, dude, thank goodness it's Friday, says my boy. What is up, dude? What is up? So want to look at GTBP? Yes, I'm going to look at it, but we want to give a VIRI a quick little pass through because we were speaking of the upper targets being reached today, and we absolutely did get a pretty nice touch of that right so far. So here we go, right over here, team. Look at this. We actually came right up to the 3-spot 618 at 228. Very, very strong for VIRI. Very, very strong. So yeah, we got that rejection from 237, team. Absolutely expected, right? This is, I mean, we spoke about the target being between 230 to 237, and it has shown some validity so far. Okay, so now what could the price action be doing? I mean, look at the daily momentum here, man. This is very convincing. Upside pivot, increasing volatility. I mean, reaching the critical zone. Look at the bars printing on the MACD. Very healthy, huge bullish cross. Look at this. With stochastic momentum versus money flow showing inbound cash. So we have inflow. Right, so money is being dipped in. I mean, money is depositing here, man. It is absolutely flowing inward. And what's great here is that we definitely have about a 28% read on the ADX, and see the DMI plus represented by the bull's green color. It is above and suggesting a continuation here. So this means that we have DMI support for an upside pivot of stochastics with critical volatility. So that is absolutely powerful. There is still more upside to look at here for ticker symbol VIRI. And I expressed something very, very clean here. Okay, team, I said that upon getting a daily closure of, let's see, above the area here, which is $2.13, we can start seeing some pretty nice boom candles, man. So this can really start to show some takeoff and some flight based on just a simple closure upside of the top side resistance here. Okay, so it has now made a new 52-week high, and it's continuing its upside. So this is absolutely powerful, team. Very, very good for the asset, and I encourage us to try to maintain this above the area of 213 so we can get that daily close. We may actually start to see some consolidation here so that we can get a clean close upside of the 213, meaning no wick, like for example this. Let me get rid of the moving averages and all that stuff, right? So, and also this down here. This is what I mean. See, we're looking at, what was it? This resistance, right? 214. You can see that at 214, which is here, you still have body and you still have wick below it. What I mean here is to a 214 close of a daily iteration above it entirely. No wick and no body below that moving average. Okay, so if we can get a clean close above that 214, that would be highly indicative of a continuation to the upside. And I couldn't be any more clear than that. So now we have made, if this is the top side of the day, if we have faced 230 to be the high of day, we have officially made another higher high in this in the macro spectrum. Okay, you guys, so everything is looking absolutely bullish for this ticker, and I couldn't complain anymore. We did see this upside ripping from days ago. Okay, so we are very close to that resistance zone, team, where we can actually start making these massive moves to the upside. I think that upon that validation of 214, the upside can be, I mean, a very easy slide up, literally to around the area of, I'm talking about shallow threes, right? So maybe 314 around there, who knows? It's just a huge upside target based on a daily. There's really nothing in the way here that can get us to resist. Of course, we can always see the shorter time frames, right? And we'll likely see those areas where we can stop immediately, like 248, right? So I mean, but we already know that 248 and 260 are geometrical targets that we can face for resistance, right? But other than that, team, this is the beauty of capitulation events like this, is that they show these very clear slides, right? So it's just as easy to slide up. So, but yeah, team, we'll go ahead and take a look at that, given that nobody just takes profit right away, right? I mean, you would, like, I'm not to advise in your positions, right? But I am to say that, personally speaking, I wouldn't release here, right? So as there could be a pretty nice upside, or sometimes maybe even is better to capitalize on your gains, right? Get the little sharp pullback real quick, and then face the resistance from the 4-spot 618 260, retracement back to the validation of 214 one more time, and continue onwards and upwards, right, to infinity and beyond, right? So that would be incredible for ticker symbol VIRI. But I'm absolutely bullish the asset, and we are still moving according to plan. Okay, so yes, team, yes, congratulations to you if you have capitalized in the gain from this ticker. So let's go ahead and see this. So FFIE almost 9%. Did you end up liquidating, Sebastian Lim, did you end up liquidating your position that day, the scalp position that we were talking about, or did you keep it in the event to where we did face this upside coming in? I'm very curious, right? So now my brother is saying, Arca, can we look at TRKA? Thanks, man. Of course, team. Let me go ahead and take a look at GTBP first, and then we'll look at TRKA. Let me take a swig of water here too, team. Just a quick sec. You kept it, LOL. Good. No. The reason why I'm asking is because I did the analysis very lightly, but I did notice an overall continuation to the upside. So I'm happy that you did. I forgot to talk to you about it after the stream all the way until now. Andrew saying FNGR, I got 5 on that. Andrew, my dude, thank you so much, my bro. That's very kind of you. Appreciate you with the 5 spot, my dude. Good times here. Oh my goodness. You know what? In high school, there it's funny because like the stock talk has always kind of followed me, and I had no idea how, right? So people would say, hey bro, can you let me borrow a 1 spot, or can you let me borrow a 5 spot? I need a 10 spot. All right, so spot me $10 or that, right? So, but when you say a 10 spot, it means, I mean, it's 10.00, right? So 10 spot. So, and it's funny how I refer to numbers like that today, even still. So it's funny, right? You'll be hearing me say, I need a 1 spot or 5 spot when I was 15 years old, right? And now 37 years old, and you're still hearing it coming out of my mouth. Oh man, times don't change too much, right, guys? Good times here. So Sebastian Lim saying I have a target of 32 cents. Not sure if it can get there, Sebastian. I want to look at these 2 tickers, and we're gonna get into FFIE and find out. Hold on. All right. Just real quick for the broader markets team in. Man, talk about letting go of your calls a little too early, right? I am not going to complain. I'm not going to lie. I already capitalized on this in the money calls, right? So I just had no idea that the price action would continue to the upside in the broader markets. I think I'm not sure if it came out yesterday or today, I don't know, right? We were expecting the producer price index to come out, and I think we already faced the PCE. I think that was the gap that we faced a few days ago too. Yeah, so I think we were expecting one more metric to come out, and it could be the producer price index, and I think that may be yesterday or today. So who knows? Digmo Dig Arca was howdy saying, "What's up, my dude? Very happy to see you here. Very happy to see you." And LPD saying, "Do you think FNGR can squeeze to Mike Hunt's target of $23?" Okay, I'm gonna go back to FNGR. Keep that question in mind because I'm going to come back to it, okay? That's a very curious question. And it's, man, I mean, talking about targets like that, yes, it's anything is possible in the markets, except that, you know, it would be best to take it step by step and a day at a time, right? If it's not to say that the asset is just going to squeeze up to $23 in a flash, right? Which I mean is also possible, but I don't see it as likely right now. But yeah, I want to evaluate that target. Okay, so 23K is possible too, said Sebastian Lim, making this thing several trillions of dollars worth, right? Ah, my goodness. So Preston, what is up? QBTS, please. Well, I'll try to get to those as soon as humanly possible, right? So Keith, thank you. Please go over FNGR. Yes, so we're gonna go FNGR and find out what's going down, right? So let's get to 9 or 10 first. Although that's exactly what I mean, team. If we can just take it step by step, right, and then we could make some moves. Trust me when I say that there are people betting on the 8 and 9 and $10 based on your call options, right? So as those are probably likely to jump into the money, right? Lots of out of the money purchasing right now for the options contracts. Anyway, team, so let me just go ahead and say goodbye to my little lady. She is now on her way to work, so give me just a quick sec. We'll go over these tickers, team. So go ahead and just enjoy the tunes for a quick minute while I say goodbye to my wife, team. Just a moment. Okay, team, I am back. I remember a few days ago, you know, I usually right around, actually, she's a little later than normal right now, right? But I remember a few days ago, you know, when I went to go say goodbye to her, someone in the comments said, Arca handling business, right? So I still can't get over it because of how ridiculous that sounded. And I'm over here like, dude, that was seriously like a minute or a minute and a half. Don't you ever offend me like that again. Zephram saying the quickie time. Exactly, man. Exactly like that. I forgot who said it, man. But it was so freaking funny, dude. I died when I read that, man. Oh my goodness. It was terrible. So, dude, yeah, Zephram, yesterday I read that you were saying that half the time you spend your day like half naked, right? So, like just in your basketball shorts. My dude, Zephram over here just grabbing on the ladies. So, oh my goodness, man. So let me go back. Yeah, man. Julius, what's up, dude? Somebody said Arca handling business. I'm back in a minute and a half. I'm like, dude, what? Like, what? This? It's like an episode of American Pie or something. Like, no, man. Dude, good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. It's the legendary Joe H. If I'm not wrong, dude. No way. Was it him? Dude, you are right now, Zephram? Dude, my goodness, bro. I could totally imagine you now, man. That's awesome, bro. So you're just at home. I remember that you own a few businesses, right? And this is why it allows you, Arca, all you. Oh my goodness, this is why it allows you to kind of perform from home, right, dude? Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Anyway, team, we have some tickers to evaluate here. We were talking about, I'm sorry, I'm already losing what ticker we were going to look at, right? So I know I had a specific order. I know QBTS is in there. I know FNGR is in there. Oh, GTBP, GTPB, right? PB as in, all right, let's see. Let me make sure that we can look at that now. So GTBP, this was actually, I created a thread out of this one. It's BP. Like boy power, right? So that would be, yeah, there we go. The biopharma NASDAQ ticker. Okay, man, yeah, this is what I mean. I already had a whole thread of analysis on this, and we were looking at a buy formation breakout here, which is actually something that I developed as a strategy, and I haven't heard anyone in the trading world speak of, right? So what I mean is particularly to the name of buy formation or tri formation breakouts or preps, right? So those are I guess proprietary to Arca here, right? So it's just how I interpret the markets, right? So in this case, we can see two bullish formations, hence the title, right? The buy formation. So we have the broadening descending wedge on a macro scale daily, and we absolutely have here a falling wedge, which presents a pretty bullish outcome, right? So we were speculating on this. FFIE, man, I forgot. We have to look at that, okay? So remind me, team, over the tickers that we need to see. Rosy Gray Glasses, if I remember right, I think GTBP had warrants at around $1. Oh, dude, if they exercise, oh, dude, look at that. That's very interesting. At $1, really? Yeah, the price action could whenever we do face a resistance from this macro wedge, man, you just fast forwarded me there, okay? Yeah, I guess we can keep it shorter. Arca, shut up, just get to the point, right? So yeah, if this thing pumps all the way to the upside here, we do have a psychological target, but remember that this target is based around the traditional trading rules of how to trade a broadening descending wedge, right? The new narrative behind this ever since the end of 2021 was to change the narrative or the direction for the price objective of this formation, and now it became a bullish formation and a reaccumulation, and also it defines anxiety, which just so happens to be the macro formation on tickers like the macro markets, like the SPY and the NDX and everything. Right over here is where you can see, and you can consider this to be like the macro or the, I guess you can consider this to be the master formation, right? So I know that I'm drawing it a little weird here, right? But this is essentially what you're looking at here is a broadening descending wedge with a breakout prep retest and then a continuation to the upside. Top side to be figured here is, of course, at the genesis of the formation, 479.33, well underway to that now, right? So that's typically how that play tends to work, right? And it just so happens that this formation started happening in smaller time frames throughout the span of the last 2 years. So it's important to evaluate and observe price action to identify current trends and whatever is trending as a formation as well. I can tell you that I have about, I think, over 30 images of this formation succeeded, right, all the way to its topside target. I keep on telling people that I'm going to create posters out of them, right? Put a very cliche like Arca little signature here, like cool guy me, or some silly thing like that, right? But yeah, what we're facing here, team, is actually this is in the process of making a buy formation breakout. Okay, so I know that I actually favored this top side of the wedge, but it also could be here, and I could draw this. I could be a little more. Let me see. That is a massive gap up. If it is breaking upside of that, that's a huge gap up, and this can also be looked at down here like such. Right, so now that we start moving the wedge and we start to see clarity behind it, you can actually see that we're breaking out from 65 to 70% of the apex, like typical, like usual, right? So now in this case, we can start gathering some price objectives, right? So top side of the triangle or the bottom side of the triangle would be your first price objective. Let's go ahead and take a look at those, right? So breakout is this candle, obviously, right? The daily candle. We apply it here. It's telling us that we can face a top side of about 43.84. Let's go ahead and adjust our support, our resistance levels now, right? Because we have this top side of the candle here to consider, right? So that would be one of the targets to look at. Now that we did break out from this candle here, it's going to be confirmed as soon as the day closes, though, okay? So as soon as the day closes, we have confirmed one candle closure upside of the resistance from two formations, okay? So the next area of interest, or the first area of interest, would honestly be, let me just move this out of the way, would honestly be right up here, okay? Right at about 34.32. It looks like price action may in fact try to reach that again today. We will validate that as we move, okay, team? So let's go ahead and continue on here. The middle of the triangle, okay? That's your other, I would say it's about here. That's your other price objective, right? So you have three sets of bulls trading this formation, right? So let's go ahead and apply it to this area right over here. And you know what? If I'm being very honest, this could be adjusted too, right? So I know this is very discretionary, team. It gets a little sloppy, right? But at this point here, we are looking at a resistance level that's still within our area of interest, 36.36 to 38.01. Okay, my area of interest is not 34.08. From the breakout. It's not that. It's in fact the middle, right? So this is what I'm favoring first, and upon making that move to the upside, that could be a pretty good, I guess, reason or influence enough to get the shorter time frames to pivot the upside or favor the upside as far as momentum and volatility are concerned, right? So here, let's jump into the 30-minute time frame to observe volatility versus momentum, since now we know the overall direction in general, right? So we are in a macro breakout, buy formation breakout. We have several targets to look at based on these different technicals that different traders are facing. So with knowing the play from the falling wedge, knowing the play from the broadening descending wedge, knowing the play based on institutional demand and supply zones, knowing those plays gives you clarity into seeing what the higher probability resistances to the upside would be, right? So let's go and take a look at the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame to see if we have an influence to the upside, and it looks like we already do, right? So check this out. We have the EMA3 suggesting a pretty nice vertical pivot here, right? Increasing volatility suggesting that the 15-minute time frame is already pumping to that upside as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 15-minute stochastic. It's got a slight upside pivot. I don't like the fact that it's curling a little bit like that, and let's see the 5-minute. The 5-minute is corrective, so that's about to correct the 15-minute to the upside anyway. Good deal. That's the reason the 30-minute is averaging everything into a general upside. The hourly time frame is already getting that signal from the 30-minute as well. Of course, the general upside. That's why we're getting a little bit of an ebb and flow here on that hourly. So now the buy hourly, you can see it's already starting to react to whatever the shorter time frames are doing. So we want to make sure that we can get that cascading effect from the very early time frames, but we need absolute push here. We need absolute push in order for us to start jumping into the bi-hourly and 4-hour influence, okay? So the bi-hourly, please notice here that the RSI is suggesting a potential drawdown here to about that, I'd say the mean from the range here, right? So the range that we're facing right now, actually we are pretty much at the mean. That means that the downside could be very limited. So from the top side wick here, right, you can take like a box, right, and then draw it like this here, because this is the candle that essentially got us to the upside. And now that we have that range, we can see that we are kind of at the middle of the price action here already, which means that this could be the support here. This could be maybe a ground already found. Let's see the 4-hour time frame. Same support. Let me see the hourly. Yeah, we're waiting for the bi-hourly to kind of make its its touch here of support before a continuation to the upside. Let's see if there are any moving averages there. Well, what do you know? The SMA 200 is right there. Very powerful moving average to consider for supports, right? So there is a probability here that price action can retrace to 30.49 before continuing on to the upside, and that would honestly be pretty expected considering that this upside is building a pennant. So this pennant here is also indicative of an upside. Now you're looking at, as you start diminishing into time frames, you start to see formation after formation after formation, right? So this pennant being drawn as we're breaking outside of this descending triangle, as we're breaking outside of this broadening descending wedge. So several levels to go at here, right, team? So this is the way you have to trade, team. Not you don't have to do anything, of course, right? What I mean is that for you to be as imaginative as you can be into observing what price action may indicate. So as you know, in my personal take, I tend to evaluate the markets and see them as a probabilities game instead of a certainties game, right? Nothing has to happen. No price has to do anything here. We are just reactive to whatever is presented in front of us, right? So that's the bottom line for it for me, team. Okay, so yeah, I am still bullish the asset. There is obviously some grounds to cover here and some validations to finish up. Right, so of course I'm going to try to get rid of some of this stuff because it's getting a little convoluted there. But yeah, team, that's what I'm looking at. I think this is a breakout prep from a buy formation setup, and the upside is here. The upside is more pertinent than not. And but yeah, let's go ahead and continue watching this as we go. Right, so check it out. Huge shakeout to the downside, huge shakeout to the upside. Right, is preparing a macro breakout and is starting to break out. So that's what I mean. Is just there's funny price action when there's something amidst, right? I don't mean to be so lyrical here and biblical, right? I really mean that though, right? So there's absolute games being played in the stock market, and this is why we call it the playbook. Right, team? Anyway, let me go ahead and check out the chat and see what's going down. Gary, what is good? Happy Friday to you, man. And Steve, good to see you here, my brother. COSM and Mullen. Yeah, you know what? I forgot that I put out a video for COSM yesterday. And Dustin, what is up, man? Saying smash the like button, team. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure that you do hit that notifications bell so that you are aware whenever I do post a video or stream live, right? So William Bone, FNGR. Yes, we have to look at FNGR, right, team? So, but before that, of course, team, we have to just look at a couple, actually just one more request, QBTS, actually two more, right? We need to look at FFIE and QBTS real quick. We've already been evaluating this play anyway. So please remember, team, that we were speaking of this play as likely to start some type of maybe a pennant, right? And this is sometimes this happens. This happens as a shakeout, as a liquidity trap. And I'm not sure that I actually did say this when we were trading it or when we were evaluating it, but I said that this is not quite ready for a true breakout. And if it's going to do it, I guess it's going to do it. It doesn't have to follow the rules that we were speaking of in particular here. I just mentioned that it would be breaking out in it would just be a little too premature, but let's see if we can invalidate what I just said in any way possible. So let's see. Can I invalidate what I just said? Maybe. Holy crap, maybe. Damn. But yeah, team, trust me when I say that I often try to invalidate my thesis based on other, just to look at things in a different light, right? So at least for us to consider something else, right? I'm not saying that you have to do this. I'm just saying that that's my style, right? If I'm biased towards one way a little too much, then I try to say why. Why am I bullish? Why am I bearish? And I try to seriously go over I will pummel the road. I will pummel the road until I find an invalidation or a reason as to why I may be wrong or right. So if we're looking at the bull case here, then we do have a pennant still drawn. This is now quite the opposition from the other formation, because we were talking about a premature breakout, and this is already kind of late, right? So, it broke out from about 90% the apex of the triangle, which is not as typical, right? So, what is up, Lockup? Good to see you here. Good to see you here, my brother. Happy Friday to you, and happy Friday to your family. Hope everything is well with you, my bro. Sean, what's up, my dude? Good to see you here, bro. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday, my bro. So anyway, team, let's go ahead and evaluate this. There could be a retouch of the support level that we faced at here. What is that support level, team? Let's zoom out. Well, what do you know? Broadening descending wedge breakout, and we have the touch of the resistance. So this is, oh yeah, that's right. I think I did take a picture of this. But yeah, so team, what happens here is that we usually face the resistance of the take profit for this, right? Remember, we just talked about the traditional trading rules for this formation. This is the epitome of it. Okay, so this is literally how it breaks, right? So we have a very clean resistance validation here, right? So now what we do is break outside of this. We face a resistance from either a geometric level or an area of historical resistance or support. And then we retrace to convert and validate the newly converted resistance, right, which is the top side of the genesis of the formation itself, into a support before we can continue to the upside. Okay, team, so, and yes, this triangle as well has several targets to look at, right? 3 in particular, because we have 3 different, 3 sets of bulls trading it, right? So upon the breakout candle, which could be, I would honestly favor this one here, the one that we're currently on. That's suggesting a topside target of about 461. There is a very natural resistance within that 461 as well. A range, right? So we can go ahead and get into those details later. Let's take another trend line here, and that would be from the center of the triangle itself, right? Just like always, team, we can go ahead and rinse and repeat this formation and its price objectives, right? So because it does have only psychological properties, right? So then we go ahead and face the other resistance right over here, which could be at about 332. That gives it 332 to about 312 as an area of resistance. Okay, team, so that is looking not bad. And then the final one here already, the breakout candle being this one here, it already faced the upside and resisted from it and then retraced. Okay, so that's perfect there. So that's what I'm talking about here, team. I do think that this is in a breakout. This is a breakout play again. Okay, so it's gonna likely retrace to the target of about 218, currently sitting at 229, reaccumulate here and then take off, right? So that there's gonna be another natural resistance to face between the range of about 350. I'll draw it in just in case, right? So it's gonna be around 3, I'd say, yeah, let me favor 315 to the range top here of about 299. Right, so that's kind of what I'm viewing here, team, and highly likely for it to happen too. Okay, so this is where I'm expecting price action to go, right? So which is literally the second set of bulls, just upside of it. When we're trading, team, don't take the absolute dollar profit, right? Don't do that. It would be better, right, for you to consider slightly under the expected number, because everybody's going to try to sell at that number. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play the greedy game here. You want to make sure that you can get the opportunity to liquidate position and to capitalize on your profits, right? So good stuff there, team. Looking very good for QBTS. Let's see. And yeah, current retracement right now, very likely to come back and test the SMA 200 and on the daily, right? Which I mean, could be located around there. Who knows? But team, check this out. It looks like we're preparing for a golden cross here. And this is honestly another very, very clear indication that there is some bullish action to consider here. Okay, so these two moving averages, let's get rid of price action, right? And the drawings. Like, it gets rid of the moving averages. Okay, so this blue line here, that's the 50-day SMA, 50-day closing period, simple moving average, and this is the 200, the pink one, right? So notice how they're converging. They're converging alongside a converging formation as well. So that is indicative of a potential, maybe next week, right? Sometime mid next week to late next week, we can get a bullish cross here of the SMA 50 over the SMA 200. That would create some pretty substantial upside, okay? So watch out for QBTS, as it can be making a pretty nice move to the upside. And let's go ahead and just evaluate here some of the, let me see. No, that's not relevant right now. So let me just put the price action right back in here and see what the deal is, okay? So let me pull up the algorithms that we're going to be releasing soon too. Let's see what kind of okay, so we got the long signal. All right, so yep, price action making those higher highs already. Okay, yeah, good deal, team. Very, very good deal. Let's go ahead now, take a look at ticker symbol FFIE real quick before we get to FNGR and see what the deal is there, right? So FFIE, fair day. Jennifer, what's up with you? Good to see you here, and thank you so much for your donation. You are so kind. I hope everything is well with you, and I hope that you are still long your ticker, right? Because you should be in the money. You should be still winning, right? So I'm very happy for a lot of the team here. Okay, so thank you so much for your consideration, and thank you so much for everything you do. You are such a kind soul. But anyway, we are about to look at FFIE here. Okay, so let's see if there is some type of something happening, right? So Jennifer saying, oh yes. So Joel saying, you're the best, Jennifer. Absolutely, she is definitely the best, you guys. She shows so much support, and I'm sure you show the same support to other influencers too, right? As I think that you bounce in and out from lives. Is that the case, Jennifer? You are a very kind person to do so and show your support for the community's streaming, right? So anyway, team, yeah, so this was the play that actually me and this is the play that actually Sebastian Lim and I were speaking of the other day, right? So Sebastian, what is your cost basis for your simulator trading here? Clean break of the SMA 50 on the daily, team. I expressed to you just recently over the other tickers how important that is. Oh, here it is. I got it. If you didn't change it, I still see the play. Which is really weird that it's showing up like this and it's not showing up with the green zone. But here's the play. So, all right, I mean, we would have already seen the take profit at 11.22%, which is just, let's see, that would have been at about 25.03. We're at 25.45. So, man, I'm just saying here, brother. Okay. You support Ace and William? Okay, good deal. All right, we need to know our fundamentals too, right? So Sebastian's saying 221 cryptic, dude. Oh my goodness, as she says, be nice. Yeah, dude. At least in Ace, he's a good dude, man. He has kids and stuff, and he just does it for the family, right? So very good stuff there. So. Anyway, so yeah, Sebastian, this is take profit for me here, bro. I would have already taken the 11.2% here, and I think that I would have already been out. So let me see. If there's still a continuation to the upside, we can validate. And in fact, there may very well be a continuation to the upside here, dude. But you know how I am, dude. I capitalize on whatever I have immediately and then compound, right? Holding it sometimes could be a little difficult. So which one are we watching? So right now we're going to watch FFIE and then we're going to watch FNGR. Okay, so as I would like to touch a bit on GTII as well and look over the broader markets because we started noticing that we got another upside in the broader markets. Like, what the heck? Super bullish, super frothy, man. Just mad bubbles on top, right? So anyway, team, let's go ahead and evaluate this here one more time. Let's look at the 30-minute immediate short-term time frame to get an idea as to where momentum and volatility could be laying on, right? So let's see. Here we go. 30-minute immediate short-term time frame with a massive upside pivot here. And dude, this is highly likely to be affecting the hourly and bi-hourly. Yeah, look at this. Hourly in the gravitational zone. Way too much volatility being increased right now from the hourly. Dude, this thing may continue to the upside. Oh, man. So bi-hourly time frame. Let's see this. The bi-hourly is already getting the read too for an upside. RVol, check it out. Moving average is below the volume here, so which is right here. This is the moving average. Volume is above it. That triggers, man. That triggers the freaking day traders, right? So now the 4-hour time frame. Let's see. 4-hour time frame already has that upside pivot in the overbought percentile with an increase of volatility as well. So I mean, it's just insane, right? That we're getting this increase of volatility, right? So 6-hour time frame, we absolutely have that read too. It's happening, guys. RVol way above the moving average as well. This is, oh man, look at this. Wow. And just the freaking, oh my goodness, dude, these are pretty vertical touches. 20%, 6-hour ADX and DMI support. Let's see the daily. Oh, what? Bro, this thing is highly likely to continue. And I'm very curious. Damn, I'm very curious now. Bro, this is a whole play now, dude. Like, this is a whole play. Let me see. I have a Okay. Oh, yes. I do have back tests. Oh, no, that's not. That's what? If I said FFIE, why the hell is this there? Did I type it in wrong? FFIE? Oh, it changed. What? Let me go back to it one more time and click on FFIE. So let me go back to the ticker here. Yeah, I do have one. Okay, so I'm sorry that it's convoluted here. I haven't seen this back test in some time, and it only had from that time. Let's see. Yeah, critical contraction to expansion. Oh, what? That is the test. We are literally doing this right now. Let me see if it got the upside on the next iterations. So this was the upside. Yeah, I got an upside here. Okay, so I just want to I want to see how far my stats would change based on the future price action here. They had another iteration here with an upside. Okay, good. This was another iteration. This was a failed attempt. Okay, this was red. And now we're currently on this one. Okay, so we have now a total of like 6 or 7, and with one miss, giving this, I guess, an 88 or 83 spot something percent upside accuracy, still pretty high, right? So based on those moves, of course, it's going to change just a little bit here, but the average upside thrust, or the mean, came out to be 82 spot 73% over the span of about 10 days. This may shift to the downside too. Or yeah, I would actually say to the downside. So shorter period. The signal, let's see. The signal fired right here on this red candle at about 23.53, and we're looking at an 82% increase, bro. That's why I'm looking at this, that there could be something in line here. So 23.53, right? Remember that. So 23.53. Let's see. Damn, I'm so happy that I have all these back tests, bro. Oh, yes. Okay. 82. That's going to be close enough right there. Let me get rid of this here. And the topside target, dude, it's literally within my range. It's still playing. The freaking range is still playing. Wow. Okay, so I'm looking at a touch of about 43.02. And I mean, that's the average, right? So the thing is that we do have some really pertinent resistances. One being right at the 0.618, but that is, let me see. Let me adjust the range low. and also the present range high. And let's see what it's got for us. Okay, so the 1.618, not the 618. Dude. Okay, so yeah, I think that we can face resistance here in the coming day, maybe even at power hour. Who knows, right? So this right here, this could be your first resistance before a pullback can be faced. 26.25. What was it again? 28.25 to 28.78 resistance touch here. That's quite the distance from where we are for now. I get it. But this thing has essentially fired, and let's see if we have DMI support for it. I just didn't calculate the standard deviations from this, right, or the upper or lower bound of the first. So let me see what DMI has to say about this. So let's see. Okay, so we have increasing DMI. The ADX is sitting at 14%, but the bulls are certainly on their way up. So we have, arguably speaking, we have 50% validity. And but with a very high average, as this is now at about 88 or 89% upside accuracy. So yeah, let me see. We are arguably overbought here. Historically speaking, we could still see some further upside here on this iteration. 99.23%. We're currently sitting at about 87. Oh, yeah. Resistance touch here. Is there a moving average there? The 200 is there. That means that the daily time frame may be the one. Okay, no. Yeah, team, so I think that we can face this resistance here. If it's not at this resistance, then very likely for us to reach that 200-day and then come back and start validating either the 1.618 at 28.79 as a support, or the 1.272 as support before a continuation to the upside where the SMA 50 on the 8-hour could be located. The resistance that we're facing presently is in spite of the SMA 50, right? So, and these are all converging here, which is usually indicative of a continuation to the upside. My brother, no, thank you, dude. That means so much, bro. Thank you so much for your dono, my dude. I appreciate you stopping by and supporting the community and participating with us, showing us tickers, right? So, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people capitalize on your TTOO play, my bro. So thank you so much, dude. That's very kind of you. Now, Joel, 95% of my watch list is in the red. Are they microcaps? Are they small? Because when you see rising markets, man, this is just more of this, I guess, trade tips and tricks, I guess you can consider them. When the broader markets are expanding, so just keep an eye on that, Sebastian. This could be actually a bigger play than what we think. The signal has fired, and we have 50% DMI support with an 88% chance of an upside here, and likely to be within the range of about 39.49 to 46.80, okay, per our statistical backtest. And so I remember I recently ran this test, and we'll look at it from there, my dude. But good stuff. Shoot. Yeah, very good stuff, dude. I like what I'm seeing here. And notice that we were on the 8-hour, we weren't on the daily, and this is a daily backtest. But now as we damn it, hold on. But now as we here we go. But now as we put everything here on the daily, I hate that it's getting so convoluted like this, team. It just, things get so wild when we are evaluating this on these things on a daily basis, right? So that's why, dude, I'm sorry, bro. So we were looking at it on the 8-hour instead of the daily, and this is a daily test. So check this out. We have that's why the DMI on the 8-hour wasn't compiling. It's because it's on the daily, and the daily is barely entering the bullish control zone here, and we're getting very close to the validation area, which would be the 15th percentile, right? So we're looking for the volatility component in the moving average to be pivoted upside and beyond the 15th percentile, alongside stochastics showing an upside pivot on both the EMA3 and the SMA14, and then we're likely to see the ADX and DMI support that move. Okay, so that's now I understand why I do. So my apologies about that, but yeah, the signal is about to fire, is almost there. I would say probably at the close of today or the beginning of Monday. I'm so happy that it is happening because, dude, we may be catching this early. So, like, likely when we put up a play, it's going to say, like, okay, wait for the retracement. Entry is going to be 24.78. And then we can rip to the upside 100%. So this thing is not bad at all. So now my brother's saying, appreciate everything you do, man. Truly, dude, I certainly try my best, bro. So IWM is on the red. Wow, that would pressure COSM to the downside. Damn it. Are you serious? So yeah, keep an eye on FFIE, but that's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a play here, bro. Remind me of it, please. But we got to take a look at it. Let me see the broader markets. The Russell 2000 has been outperforming the SPX and the NDX as of the last week, actually, which is very rare. I haven't seen much movement coming out of the Russell. So let me look at that real quick, team. Let's go back here. FNGR is next, but FNGR is next. Okay, I just want to see something real quick here within the futures against spot price action of the IWM Russell 2000 ETF. Oh, it tried to cover the gap. It really tried to cover it. Let's see. And it did it? Oh, it created a little bit of a gap here. It's all good. That's close enough. Man, okay. And that, look at this. Of course, it pressured COSM to the downside. The broader markets felt this. Let's see. Okay, so looking at the ETF, I mean, I guess it was needed here. There was a little bit of bearish divergence happening, declining volume, inclining price. Could it be a permanent downside? Nope, right? It's not usually like that. It's I mean, it's just part of the natural ebb and flow of the markets, to be very honest here. Right? So, oh man, look at that. It's the freaking guys, the ARQ armor gave us the signal right here at 331 to short, right? So this suggested a downside, a little bit of a dead cat here. Let's see. Could it actually succeed the downside here? That's the problem. Monster Mike, my brother, thank you so much, dude. So good to see you here. I can't wait to get to class, man, on Sunday. Really tough times last week, but everything is balanced now. It's actually, wow, now that I think about him, the Monster Mike, it's been such a tough week, bro. You know, with having my son get hit in the head, you know, family issues last weekend, having me postpone our master's session, the lecture. Goodness gracious. It was a tough week, and I didn't even realize how tough it was over here, and we're just smiling through it, man. That's all indicative of a good life here, right? So immediate rejection right now. So that's what I mean, team. I was about to tell you that. I was about to tell you that we could be facing another retouch here, and there could be actually that's too deep of a profit take. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, if the formation actually realizes, guys, that means that the target would be like 301 or 303. Oh goodness, man. And that would honestly be not bad, actually. And to tell you the truth, it may fake out. We may see, okay, let me put it out there like this, guys. We may actually see a bounce from 308. But I'm just gonna put it like that real quick. So just to kind of get out of this real quick, because I want to put together a thread here on FNGR now. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out what could be happening with FNGR. So I told you guys that I was gonna keep in mind the algorithm, right? The from the ones that we're gonna be releasing, the ARQ armor, amongst others, right, team? So I hate the fact that we got a short signal. Let's see. We got a short signal here. That means that the price action may still have some downside. I mean, we got the downside already, but it still hasn't printed a long, and these are indicative of longs, right? It may actually show, but let's go deeper. Let's look at the hourly. So hourly time, okay, the hourly time frame is giving us the long here. Okay, so if we're getting a long signal, oh man, it made an upside too. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's I need to see the previous day close and all that. It's getting a little tough here. Oof. Are we at a critical resistance? I'm gonna find that out right now. It's consolidating, and it's consolidating very, very. I guess it is set to consolidate here. I mean, we are at some pretty critical resistances. That's not bad. Yeah, we're gonna dissect this team and see what the heck is going on within this, because let's see. 30 minutes shows short though. 30 minutes is short. Yeah, remember I was telling you on the 6 hour that we may actually face another downside here, but I wanted to see. So if the 30 minute is indicative of a short position here, I mean, in all technicality here, this thing fired off at about 562, and it gave you the take profit at about $6. So it still gained, right? So not bad, not bad. Even here, right? So you got the opening valuation actually at the opening of this candle here at about 595, and it had you cover at the opening of this candle here, which is 566. So you definitely have gains happening here. Long signal printed right at 563. Short signal printed right at that opening of 595. So yeah, it's actually profitable. Okay, short signal fired off right up here, literally yesterday morning. So this was fired off at about 698, and it had you cover at 565. So yeah, the revised algorithms are absolutely tighter, and they're definitely showing a pretty nice forward test thus far. Okay, so I'm sorry team, if you are not aware of what I'm talking about, these are the upgraded indicator algorithms that I'm going to be releasing here and we're already creating the letter that's going to go out to everyone in the next day or so, or today maybe. So for more info and for pre-order details, go ahead and get in touch with us at arcindicators@gmail.com. And this is one of the algorithms that we're going to be taking a look at, right? The other one was actually for the newcomers. I'm talking about for the early pre-orders, right? We're going to be including the strategy here of my ARC Div 1, the divergence locator, versus the momentum-based ARC armor. And this is one strategy that actually gives you a whole like stat behind it, right? I think it was the 6 hour or the 12 hour. I forgot what we were testing this. Yeah, I think it was a 12 hour. It's showing right now 80% profitability. So this is a strategy that we're going to give away particularly to the early pre-orders. And then we're gonna stop that. But yeah, team, this is why I'm talking about that. Just to give you quick context, right? This is why I'm speaking of this algorithm here. I was gonna keep it on because I noticed that it started actually giving us some really interesting signals. And I'm not to say that I'm gonna trust the signals alone, because I have to validate them. But we are getting some very clean reads that are suggesting. I mean, out of all of these here, every single one was profitable. So it kind of gets you to think like, oh crap, maybe I should take it into deeper consideration now that we're seeing that there is profitability being printed amongst the long and short signals generated from the algo, right? So it's very interesting that we are getting some efficiency here, team. So I'm just gonna honor the fact that we do have that short signal there, and let's pull it up. Let's pull up the reasons why. Well, the EMA 21 and 55 are clearly above us. SMA 50 is also above us. Look at this. The SMA 10 and the SMA 100 on the 30 minute are absolutely resistance right now. So the algorithm can't see that, but it can see its 9 exponential moving averages, right? So it clearly saw that the moving averages are above us and resisting. So that is likely why it's facing the downside. So no one is selling, and that's what I mean is like day traders. Like this is temporary upside and downside, natural price action. This is in no way, shape or form indicating that there could be a sell-off here at all. Because if we're looking at this on the daily, let me give you a quick little outlook here, right? So if you're looking at this on the daily, and you're noticing that you're getting these candles, a majority of them being green. And let me just block out all this stuff, right? And yeah, and you're seeing this candle here. This is not this is not a sell side confidence whatsoever, right? So as you can see, that sell side confidence would more appear like this, right? Or appear in this fashion here, huge candles towards the downside. Like these, this is sell side confidence, right? So that's really what I mean here. In this case, no. First of all, we still have 2.5 hours to print this candle here, and this candle would give validation to this massive reversal suggestion. So this huge hammer candle, right, on the daily, yesterday's candle, that's indicative of a potential continuation to the upside. So let's see, a bear trap, bull flag, right? So a bear trap would be indicative of 2 touches of a support. So I guess you can look at it like that. I'll give you this too, right? So on a daily time frame, I don't really like to practice the smart money concepts, but there is, I guess, a value area gap, right, or imbalance located right in this area here. That's 504 to 545. I don't see this actually. What I mean by that is that the 545 would be the support, and we were already looking at that support touch right over here, right? So just in case we were to capitulate, then we can face this as a support. But even that, I don't see this actually coming back down there. So Arca, when you have a chance, can you look at what was it? AREB, yeah, man. Yeah, of course. Let's go ahead and just finish up here with FNGR and continue, right, as this has been highly anticipated by the crowd here. But yeah, team. So I am, of course, it's just a slightly bearish here, but I'm not seeing anything that could put this in danger. In fact, these are bullish reaccumulations, okay, and they're natural to face, right, as as the upsides happen. So I think it's looking okay. Tristan Martinez, what's up? Hey Arca, where would you look to enter VIRI at this price action? Posting again in case you missed it, dude. Oh, thank you so much, Tristan. Yes, I forgot. I totally forgot. We're gonna have to go and take a look at that. So yeah, team. Let me finish up here with FNGR real quick, right? So let's look at let's observe the immediate short-term time frame and see what could be happening within momentum and volatility, right? So 30-minute time frame, just like we always do, right? And this chart is getting a little convoluted and it's actually bothering me now. So I very likely will start to open up a fresh master layout on this. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of an upside suggestion here, increasing volatility, but very lightly on the 30 minutes. So let me see the 15 minute. Do we have an upside there? It's showing a little bit of a downside. Still some corrective. Yeah, I think if I were to be very honest here, we are to face a support, and it's not anything like highly dangerous here. In fact, if we can be trading it, yeah, there we go. Price action is starting to reject 588, right? So if we are looking at maybe let me see the buy hourly. Oh, right. So okay, the buy hourly time frame may actually be it. Check this out. Look how close it is to the targets that we're speaking of, right? There is a potential that we can face a bounce from 576. Actually, the range of 576 to 565, but I think I have to favor this. 557 to 546. Very, very discretionary, by the way. Okay, so if this is the distance that we're facing, then let's look at the RSI to see where we can potentially face. Yeah, man, I have so many freaking drawings just everywhere here. It's ridiculous. Right, so yeah, it just shows how much we've been covering this, right? So we're gonna look for the RSI setup to where we're not crossing below the SMA 14 represented by the pink line. We're gonna see what we're looking for here is the RSI signal above the SMA 14 with the downside pivot approaching it. So that's what we want to find. Okay, so let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, nothing there. Let's see the 6 hour. Nothing there. Okay, so if we can't find it, wow, that's actually. Oh, the buy daily has it. Okay, buy daily has it. That's I say the distance is equivalent to that. So the drop here from the RSI signal is not, it's actually curving. It may not actually reach all the way down there, But yeah, if we were to put a target of the lowest potential target, right, then I would actually have to favor this right over here. And I mean, facing these very conservative targets can also help not entering too early, right? Because if you enter like here and then you just get a quick little bounce to validate the resistance of our current price, then you're just going to reject and then absolutely find the 546 to 567. Thus following the whole concept of like what's cheap can be cheaper, right? So so I would actually express some caution here, okay? So I am preferring, I have to favor 546 to 557, and I think that this could be a very nice demand zone for a pump to the upside. Let's see. Cryptic Trader. The July is going to decay bad on... Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. That sucks. I have late Julys. What's the theta on that, man? Do you have July calls? Like late July calls? Cryptic? Damn, I missed it on that one, team. I have to look at well, I'm sorry, team. That was Tristan. Tristan, you said VIRI. Okay, but hold on just a quick sec, okay? Let me see this. I didn't I mean, late July is still okay. Right, we're on the 14th. Yeah, time decay is gonna even things out a bit here. Ugh. But I did get I think there were $7 strikes. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you rolled them already? Wow. Listen to Sebastian. Yeah. Sebastian has been pretty consistent with the calls on FNGR too, and he has been seeing a lot of the things that I've been seeing, as not before I release videos. Like he knows the play because he's been studying it for months with me, and himself, you know. So don't forget poor TRKA, dude. Oh no. All right, so TRKA, let's see. Okay, so we already know what's happening within the play, right? So this could, what I said before is that we're likely to find some type of floor, right? And I think that could have been at 190. And the upside here could be, whoa. Is it just me here? But if any of you are in California, particularly Los Angeles, like, I have the little unit on here for air, but I do have to say that it's warm. It feels kind of it feels hot. Like, and that's not typical. I'm wondering if we're just about to face like a heat wave here. Ooh. Damn, it's 10:30 in the freaking morning and it's 80 outside. Well, I mean, it's been worse. Actually, it's 90 outside. Damn. No wonder it feels a little... It's getting frothy up in here. The hedgies are making it hot and uncomfortable for Arca in the studio. Caliente. Dude. I'm in Woodland. It's gonna be like 108 today. You're in Woodland Hills? Bro, for real? Cryptic Trader. We're gonna have to go and chill sometime, bro. Are you on Woodland Hills for real? Dude. Yuca Frita. Dude, I'm in Northridge and it's hot. Right? You're in Northridge, bro. All these people, we're all near each other. What's going on here? Oh, my goodness, man. Caliente sounds lock up. Cryptic Trader meetup. Let's go. Ah, dude. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, dude, yeah, it's gonna be 108 today. COSM, they just hammered it again. Hold on. Stiggy, check this out. Look at this. This is what I was talking about earlier. I really have to look at a couple things here, but look at this. Let's see. As long as no, Joe, I think he's in the Midwest. But yeah, take a look at this. Look what's happening here, brother. Huge downside facing here on the Russell 2000 Index futures contracts, and on the spot price action ETF as well. So this huge red capitulation is, I think, a reaccumulation here, and it's attempting to cover this gap here. I'm not sure that it can actually do that, but when we face these red times, that's literally, it's going to pressure all 2000. It's going to pressure all 2000 to the downside. Except what I do have to say here is that in assets like COSM, this is a multi-point drop. We're talking about yesterday's high at 193 and dropping all the way to about 190. That is a 3-point drop. That is not something to mess around with. And even here, look at this. This is we're talking about a $1,900 asset here on the futures contracts, right? So you're looking at 1966 to a low of 1932. That, a 30. That's a 30-point drop. That's really, really tough. Really tough on the 2000 companies built under the Russell. So and then I was going to tell you also that usually when this kind of downside happens in the broader markets, that's when the small caps and micro caps really, like the short sellers, really take advantage of that to pressure it and literally just hammer it to the downside based on any weakness here. But what I can say is that this is not suggesting an invalidation yet. Invalidation of this would be any closure of a daily candle beneath the area of about 1929, currently sitting at 1945. So that's, if you're looking at another 20-point rise from here, that's very difficult to reach in one day. And I don't think that's to be the case here, Stiggy. Okay, so just so that we can kind of keep this in mind too, that the broader markets within the Russell are bleeding a little bit, right? So, and this is likely, you know what I don't know and what I should study is actually which assets are the heaviest weighted with, against the Russell 2000. If you do know in the chat, go ahead and let me know. Please let me know what you are seeing, okay? Regarding the heaviest weighted assets against the Russell 2000. I'm not sure which ones they are, as I'm new to the Russell 2000. I'm just looking at what the potentials are within there, right? So 30-minute immediate short-term time frame, TRKA showing an upside pivot, decreasing volatility. That's looking good. And it's now showing on the hourly time frame, okay? So look at this. It's starting, goodness gracious. Here we go. It's starting to show that there could be a little bit of a correction here towards the upside on the hourly, okay? So that means that the floor may have been found. Again. So let's see this. First of all, let's see, it's a NASDAQ ticker. Let's see what the NAS is doing. Let me get out of this. NAS currently showing a little bit of weakness. Oh, dude, no, don't tell me that. 2 hours and 14 minutes, daily shooting star. Daily shooting star. Oh my goodness, I hope it doesn't print like that. That's why we're seeing pressures all over the place. GTII sitting at 103, potential drop to about 97 cents or $1 flat. It looks like the support may come in soon here, and it's already showing that the support is found on GTII. Dude, man, facing all kinds of pressures right now, team. Yeah, the markets are going to start bleeding here. We have likely reached a point of a huge resistance here. So yeah, we're going to face some. This is not indicative of a capitulation. It's indicative of reaching back to validate some supports here. Very likely to see it between 42.49 on the TQQQ and 42.93. And now likewise to the SPY. Yeah, we're going to bleed a little bit here, team. 445.02 to about 443.70. I am going to load up calls. Right in this area here. I'm thinking that we could get long some calls probably month out, slightly out of the money, right? Closer to at the money. and 444.75 to around 444.09. We're going to see an extreme discount on some of those options contracts. So we could see the IV pump based from that into next week. And this is making me wonder if the PPI came in at a negative read. I'm not sure. Ugh, man, yeah. So everything is sort of bleeding right now, and that's also showing on the COSM versus IWM and the Russell 2000 index futures contracts. Oh, goodness gracious, team. Okay, so that's why we're seeing what we're seeing here. And if that's the case, here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, now that we're seeing bleeding on the overall markets, this is where the micro caps and OTCs and things like that. I understand that OTCs are decentralized and they're on their own path. I get it. But this is where we start to see the micro caps and small caps rise on the weakness of the market. So there is a type of inverse correlation between that. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking that we could actually see the upside on things like RCRT, things like a continuation here on VIRI. I don't know about GTII here, but it looks like it's approaching a macro support here, and that could be indicative of a bounce to the upside soon. Okay, so I'm saying here that this could be the rebalance, right? So we have this ebb and flow happening, right? So it's very interesting that we're getting the pressure on the markets, and we're facing the bottom side of the support here before an upside. So if you are to pay attention to that, just pay attention to those things, okay? So yeah, team, I think it's not looking all too bad. All right, so TRKA, what I'm afraid of here is that it's trying to build like a ladder system, right? So I hope that's not the case. And honestly speaking here, the hourly time frame and the 30-minute are not indicative of that, right? In fact, we're getting a 30-minute SMA 200 validation before a continuation to the upside. Now, if we are to put in maybe the shorter time frame. Okay, this is a good sign, right? SMA 10 being converted into a support, currently retracing to it, could be at a low about 237. Yeah, 237, right? It's already there. So let me see this on the EMA 7. Okay, the EMA 7 support as well, and EMA 9. Okay, so we have the SMA 10, EMA 9, and EMA 7 as supports alongside of the SMA 200. Potential bottom side to be faced at 234. And we could get a bounce from that, okay, which is why I'm thinking that there could be, this 5-minute time frame showing weakness. That could be the touch that we're waiting for. 15-minute time frame already showing the upside from it. 30-minute time frame is showing the upside from it too. Hourly time frame is showing that we could be facing that ground as well. So yeah, team, I'm gonna have to favor those targets that I just gave you. TRKA may be in for a bounce soon. Okay, and let's just keep an eye on that, and then we will move along. Right? So let me see. Amar saying, shame about AMC. Dude, so yeah, I was just talking about all that right now. So it's not AMC particularly. So I want you to pay attention to the broader markets as well. So look at this is the Nasdaq ProShares triple levered ETF, right? So this is the Qs, right? Look at this huge downside that it's facing. Take a look at the SPY rejecting heavily right now, showing red on the day. Another thing to keep in mind here is actually look at the IWEM. This is the Russell 2000 bleeding, right? So this is not particular to your asset individually. This is particular to broader market sentiment. So meaning that there could be a negative read in PPI since we're getting the data for the macro releases today. Okay, so No, it's okay, Amar. It's okay. I didn't really elaborate on AMC at all. I was just kind of observing the markets here and showing that there is some bleeding happening, and we could have faced kind of a temporary blow-off, right, at that TQQQ 4538. But this is not indicative of anything as a huge capitulation event. In fact, it's going to give us a bit of a discount for some pretty nice gains coming into next week, right? So AMC did have a jump pre-market, and then it looked like an options trap. So I mean, honestly, the thing is that you're going to get an increased supply of call options, right? So when you increase the supply of calls, you're going to go ahead and capitulate the price because of the increase of supply. So, and today is Friday. So the last thing that people want, playing options contracts or playing against the markets on a Friday is very difficult. Fridays and Mondays are historically known to be red days in the broader markets in general. Why? Because you have the expiries of the options contracts on Fridays. People don't want to hold their options contracts over the weekend because you get exposed to time decay. And also, you know, you're going to increase your theta by 2 extra days that you're not even accounting for. So, yeah, man. So it's seriously annoying. So let's see. What did you think of the VIRI entry point? I haven't actually gotten there just yet, my brother. So let me just, I got TRKA finished now. So that is good. FNGR, yeah, my brother. So FNGR is also facing the pressures from the broader markets. Everything is bleeding right now. The TQ is bleeding. The Russell 2000 is bleeding. SPY is bleeding a little bit. So, and it's natural because Fridays and Mondays are naturally red days in general, right? Not particular to the assets, right? Because I think like COSM has green days on Fridays on average. I'm not sure, right? But anyway, team, let's go ahead and find out what you said. Somebody told me, right, VIRI. Let me just go ahead and go over that right now real quick. I do have the full thread of analysis up, which is good. Let's see. The retracement is happening right now. We're at the 3 spot, 272 at 217, right? So price action at 220. That is honestly, let me see. Validation of our support happened, and we got the top side of the range that we were looking for, right at about 230 on VIRI. Let's see the immediate short-term time frame too. Okay, the signal is still, oh yeah, it's struggling a little bit, but it's there. Okay, it's still okay. And let me pull up, the RSI here and find out something real quick with you. Team, don't let me forget about the other tickers. My apologies if I'm messing up over here. So I know that I got another one that I keep on forgetting. So please don't let me know. Okay, Arca is broader market. Also the reason FNGR dropped so much. Yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't answer that question. That paired with a resistance touch, yes. So as in fact, I'm not seeing it as a capitulation. I see it just again as a reaccumulation, and I think it's building some type of symmetrical triangle on a daily, which is reaccumulation for an upside overall. Tesla was, yeah, it was, but the thing is that now tech is down. So as everything is going to face that pressure. Oh, your calls did well, Omar. Good. No problem, my brother. So yeah, VIRI doesn't, dude. Wow, holy goodness, are you joking? That's insane. The 5-minute time frame is about to face support. That's okay. That's faster, way faster than I thought. So that's indicative of entry now. Hold on. VIRI, right? So let's go ahead and pull that up real quick on a master layout. I hope I don't have it so convoluted. Of course I do. Oh, but it's loaded. It's ready. Okay, yeah, so 5-minute time frame would be, let me see. Oh, dude. I would expect a range between 217 and about 219. In other words, I think actually I haven't actually seen this myself, but does VIRI play the options game as well? Does it have the options chain? I'm sure it does. Let's see. Damn, it's up almost 10% on the day. Wow. Okay. There is, oh. Okay, so the $2.50 strikes, those are showing, oh my god, implied volatility at 196%. There's a 11 cent, yeah, there's a 10 cent spread. Oh my goodness, that is huge. $2.50 calls are the ones to look at. Even oh my goodness, across the dates. So the September 15th expiry, the August 18th expiry, and the July 21st expiry, all of those are showing that there is expectations of a $2.50 rise. So yeah, so I guess that would be very close to, we're very close to at the money there. And these could actually, let me see if volatility is coming in, because those would lose money if you have no volatility rising. Let's see. Okay, in fact, they may actually print. Look at this. We have increasing volatility here on the hourly time frame. Increasing volatility on the bi-hourly too. Increasing volatility on the 3-hour. Yeah, those calls may actually print. I mean, I understand that we're facing some downside here, but I do have to favor. Oh yeah, look at this. The 3-spot 272 at 217. We were just speaking about the 5-minute support. That could. I mean, it could be it. Dude, Sebastian Positions, he's in the green in everything he has. Except for just one ticker that I know of. But 217, I have to favor it, team. I have to favor it. And it may be a range of 217 to about 216. And it may face this reaccumulation here. It's already after 10:30, right? We're approaching 11 a.m. So that's usually when the price action would take a turn. Remember we speak about how whatever's going to the upside may face a correction between 9:30 and 10:30. Well, I mean, doesn't it speak that right now? Literally, right? So we're getting that downside here in the broader markets, like within the 10:30 realm. So I'm hearing you, Battle. Thank you. But this feels different again. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like in a negative connotation. Yeah, that's. What's the volume on this daily? 719,000. Yeah, it's double. It's almost double the volume. You know, from the week on just this here. So let me look at the volume here on the Russell. 20-spot 4 million. 23 million to the upside, 40 million there, and 26 million. It's about the same-ish, right? And the futures, of course, the futures, let's see, 50,000, 55. It's correlated pretty closely within each other. So yeah, what I can say here is that, yeah, whoever's looking at whoever's trading it like that, whether institutional or retail whales, whoever is trading COSM and pressuring it down like this, they know what they're doing. And because this drop here, I get it, right? I see it, but I don't agree with how far it dipped, considering the volume presented here from the futures contracts. I don't agree with that. So yeah, you may be on the money there, my brother. So anyway, team, I'm sorry, what did I have to go? GTII, right? Okay, so GTII, like I said, team, we're going to get a pullback from the broader market. So this may actually get, right, sorry. Before I continue with GTII, let's see. Yeah, that's what I was telling you, bro. I really do. I have to favor 216 to 217 here. And we're talking about paper trading, simulator trading, keeping retail safe here, right? So yeah, if you are using the TradingView platform, click on the trading panel right down here, select paper trading and connect, right? And that it's very, very easy to do so. As soon as you do that, your montage becomes available for position entry and all that stuff, and then you could also start seeing your time and sales. Right, so this also helps with the trade, right, team? So very good stuff here, you know, as far as tools for trading, okay? And the way you can trigger some of those positions, I believe, to keep in line with them. I don't know about execution here, but let's just say that you got long at 217, right? You can use this tool, and this would be to project how much you can gain or lose, right, based on stop losses. So you can see here that if you went to the 2-spot 618, that's a 9-spot 22% drawdown. You definitely don't want that. right? You want to make sure that you can keep things, hopefully, depending on your type of risk tolerance, right? You want to make sure that you can keep things a little bit low, right? So Steve Wicks, not a problem. Very happy to help here. And Jay Pong, can you check SAI and QBTS? So we already checked out QBTS. I'm not sure when, though. And I think if I look at it again, I'll go ahead and tell you. But team, am I forgetting something right now? Please let me know, because I think I forgot a couple of them from up there, right? So oftentimes I do forget this. I just get so in the moment, right? And then as you talk and realize that you've looked at like a million tickers over the week, you know, things get a little like, oh, what's going on here? Mojave Desert at 129 degrees today, record breaker. Brother, what? Lockup, I thought you were in Hawaii, bro. But yeah, anyway, team. So yeah, that's how that works within VIRI. So I still have to favor 217 to 216, considering what we're looking at in the broader market spectrum, right? So quick little recovery here. I can't say that that's going to be the absolute answer here. There may be a huge retracement, but it looks like it's affecting everything under it, right? So everything under the sun, I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm favoring for VIRI, okay, team? And then we'll evaluate further. Okay, so GTII facing some downside here. But remember, team, that I actually did speak about this, that we are in the validation process of certain supports. And if we're starting to look at, let me see let me keep this in the 8-hour actually, and then see if I have a master layout. Yeah, I do. Okay, good. So check this out. Oh man, I keep forgetting to tell you that I'm going to keep it running. Here's the 30-minute. We just got a short signal literally at the opening of this candle here. 106. It's at 105 currently in the money. And yeah, this is still suggesting a continuation to the downside. GTII support, I would say the better part of about $1 and 102. I think I did say that earlier, actually, now that I'm looking. 90 cents. Let me see. I said 94 was one of those potentials. I'm sorry, 97 or 98. Right, so I don't think 94 would do it. If anything, I would give higher precedence to 97, 99. But of course it's possible though, you know? I mean, considering a lot of things, right? Considering that this is GTII, the pressure to the downside can be as equal to the upside. So, but yeah, for now, I would have to give higher preference to one. Let's just say this, an overall range of 102 to 97, 99. And I think that could be our support touches here, because this is not sell side confidence. I don't see this as likely to continue and continue capitulating here, right? So right around this area is kind of what we want to look for, a reaccumulation here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it may actually do the 6th ladder here, which would be indicative of a retracement in general. Okay, so not bad, man. GTII similar to FNGR, very, very, very similar. Dude, so Vince, what's up, buddy? XRP. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was that ticker that just faced the positive SEC ruling, right? So the SEC lost. Team, hold on. Don't before I move on to something else. Let me know if I missed something here from you guys, right? So we covered FNGR, we covered GTII, we got TRKA out of the way. We have our broader markets also in line, and now. I remember, I think it was Steve, right? Hold on just a sec, team. AREB. There we go. That's the one I'm missing. Sorry, my brother. I remember AREB was one that was requested here. So let me just look at it real quick. AREB. So that is American Rebel Holdings, NASDAQ. Okay. Let's give it a quick gander here, right? Let's go to the daily time frame. Huge gap down. Oh, man, it actually faced recently RS 1 to 25 split, reverse split, right? So Not all the time. Actually, it's very rare for that to be seen as good all the time. It has a negative connotation. American Rebel Holdings regains compliance with NASDAQ listing rule on minimum bid price requirements. So what they mean by that, team, is that in order for you to maintain compliance and listed on the, or to maintain promotion within the NASDAQ 100, you have to maintain a dollar value for 10 consecutive days or more. So when you start falling under a dollar, then you're not meeting compliance. The requirement then will start kind of flagging you and your company. And that's often why some companies consider reverse splitting. So they, they'll increase the price. They'll inflate the price in exchange for splitting their asset, right? So that's it's not always looked at as the best thing in the world, but some companies have to do that in order for them to survive, right? As they don't want to be, if this thing fails, it would be AREBQ or something, right? Or W or whatever. And then it would be listed in the OTC. It would be listed as a SPAC. So a lot of companies don't want that, right? Because they don't want to be looked at like an OTC ticker, right? So now that they have already, gotten promoted into the NASDAQ, it would be kind of a step backward here if they did get listed under the OTC markets. Okay, team. So that's one way to look at things, right? So PWM, wasn't that the one that Teddy Zane was talking about? That thing made a huge rip to the upside. Right, so AREB, let's see the immediate short-term time frame. Okay. Huge downside here. I'm sorry, let me look at one more time the daily here. I want to see if this thing is... It has been trading since about 2018. Let me see the 5-day. I want to see just every perspective I can here. I want to get a true edge. Let me see the monthly. Done in 17 days. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could there still be some more? Oh man, this thing is super bottomed out. So I mean, since 2018, it has never ever been this low on stochastic momentum, and it's increasing volatility a little bit on the monthly time frame. So this could be we're either at a floor or near one. Okay, so it's just we don't have that much trading history here for me to really make an accurate assessment, right? So yeah, but what I can say is that historically speaking, we are maxed out at the bottom, and volatility is just so extreme right now, and it's likely because of the downside. So this is, I say this often too, team, as you face drops, that's where volatility really increases, right? So that's often good, because when you face increased volatility and then your stochastic momentum bottoms out and it starts increasing alongside increasing volatility, that then pressures to the upside very heavily. And that's literally what happened with VIRI, with FNGR, with a lot of tickers. Right, so yeah, Teddy's normal Asian IPO pump and dump. He's not doing China tickers right now. He's doing Japanese tickers, right? Was that Hong Kong tickers? Isn't that still the same area that he's been doing the China pumps? Is he actually pumping though? Yeah, he actually gathers his crew and they go in. Pump and dump, but will it pump again is the question, because a lot of these Hong Kong IPOs take a couple weeks to play out. Yeah, they do. If you're using, you can also use HKD as a type of example, right? Because that thing took a couple weeks before it just launched from like $4 to $2,000. Dude. So let's see. Yeah, so that was the listing rule, right? So let's see. It regains compliance. 2 days ago, let's see, got written notification from NASDAQ staff that regained compliance. Okay, good. It was just a compliance issue within this. And to be fair, I mean, look at earnings. It's met earnings expectations more often than not, and it's only had one miss. Okay, so that's not the worst thing in the world, right? So yeah, I would just express just some. Okay, let's look at the immediate short-term time frame and see what's going down. 15 minutes. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we have an upside on the 15-minute. Let's see the upside on the, okay, downside on the 5. Let's see the 30-minute facing that upside from the 15-minute. Let's see the hourly. It's already facing a little bit of that. Okay. So yeah, buy side liquidity is starting to come in, and this descent on price. Look at how the candles are getting smaller as you drop, and also look at the volume profile. So that usually indicates that there is a loss of strength, or the bears have grown exhausted here and they're going to start covering. Right? So this is kind of it is indicative of this. This candle is showing that could be it. Buy hourly time frame showing that it could be bottoming out soon too, right? So I'm noticing here actually a very clean regression, right? Just like this. And this is actually set to make some type of reversal soon. Yeah, I would say soon. It's just not that much trading history within this, my brother. It makes it very difficult for us to evaluate like that. Let me see the immediate short term, at least in the volume profile. Okay, so at least we have some interest coming in. Oh, you did? You saw QBTS in the video? You rewinded, bro? I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, what did you say too? Let me see. Yes, I saw QBTS now in the video. I agree. If I had to bet upside, it's going in its future. And if you have time, maybe you could also check. That's another one that I forgot. Right. So yeah, team AREB may be facing its floor. I'm sorry, I don't have so much. Let me see what the algo is. Oh, okay. Well, this is also indicative of a floor. We're starting to get the green bar here from our algorithm, right? The armor indicator. So that could be showing us a long signal soon, right? So if we go to the 15, it's probably there already, or actually approaching maybe. I don't know. Here you go. Okay, the long signal printed on the 5 already. So if we're gonna start getting this, then yeah, maybe we are at a floor, and this thing could start reversing from this point. Without so much history and trading team, that really hinders my ability. Right, so good thing is that yeah, upside of the moving average here in the RSI, and notice here that the bear pressure is diminishing on the 30-minute time frame as well, about to make a bullish cross of the MACD on the 30 minutes. So yeah, I think that we're about to cascade time frames here. So I wouldn't trade this. I wouldn't trade this myself because it's already at these critical lows, and I know that we're on ladder number 5 right now, or was it 6? But it's just, the thing is that an asset that's worth $1.91, that can be highly manipulated so easily, right? So I mean, look at this. It's slow mover too. 493,000 average volume on a 10-day close. So it doesn't move very much. Yeah, this is another reason. Check this out: 650,000 on that share float, and 1.3 million. This is as micro as it gets, right? So susceptible to a lot of manipulation here. But yeah, you may actually be finding a floor here before some type of temporary upside. If you do start getting an upside here, I can say that you can find a resistance at about 211. Very likely to find that right here, and then it would come back to test around the 194 before a continuation to the upside. But we have to first identify the resistance of about 211, and then we can continue talking, right? So yeah, keep your eyes on that, okay, my brother. So Teddy Chippendales, dude, oh my goodness. So Berenson actually made Berenson telling me 228. VIRI, right? So yeah, expect a resistance touch here at 229. So that is the high of day, right? So we can face that resistance here. Potentially come back to the area of about, let's see. I know I said 217, 216, right? So 220 to 217 would be the area now. Okay, so we'll wait for the pullback, team. I mean, the pullback was this, though, you know, honestly speaking here. But I mean, the thing is that I still see a massive upside here for VIRI in general. I'm still very bullish the asset. So the close that we were waiting for was above 214. Yeah. Oh, right. So, okay. Look at this. We may actually even still see the top side of 237 or 240, but likely to face a resistance and come back. And dude, actually, you know what? Correct that to 214 to 220. Okay, so 214 to 220 could be a retracement here based on the daily time frame resistance grabs here. Okay, so what we're about to do is very, very tough. Okay, we're about to validate a critical resistance, and that is the primary inflection point right now, 214. The conversion of the 214 into support will, I mean, I don't want to say it like with utter certainty because anything can happen in the markets, but my bias is to find some pretty nice just absolution here for an upside, right? So for an upside, and I'm thinking that upon those closures, I do have to favor the upside for a pretty substantial bounce. So if you want to know like what that looks like percentage wise, oh man, let's just say that you got long 228. That's a potential almost 40% gainer that I'm looking at, and not right away. It would be the span of a couple days, a few days, who knows? But it's around there, right? So yeah, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna load up. So that is it for that ticker, my brother. So just so you know, okay. So let's sorry about this. Hold on just a sec. I know my brother said over there he wanted me to look at XRP real quick, right? So man, it's just when things like that happen, team. Let me do it XRP against Tether. When things like this happen, okay, we're already breaking below the invalidation zone. Okay, so hourly time frame invalidation zone. This is still up like massive, right? This thing, it looks like it's still up around 75-80% over the last 2 days. So this upside that you're getting there, highly likely to find resistance at 72.31, and then this could actually begin some ladders here. Okay, so this is still showing downside, and I mean that is nosediving on the hourly. 30 minutes still showing downside as well. Bi-hourly still nosediving, and also the MACD. Okay, yeah, brother. So this thing, I really think this is in the process of making its first ladder down. Okay, so what you're looking at here is this probability. Okay, so we face that downside, get a quick little ladder up there, right? We're gonna face another downside here, face the resistance of this candle here, right? You get that second touch. And then again, right, until it reaches the number of about 4 or 5 or whatever it wants to do, right? So this is essentially what I'm looking at. I don't want to say that it's going to return everything, but oftentimes when something pumps so hard to the upside like this, it tends to return what it gained, right? But this is also, this is also just macro bullish for the cryptocurrency or for the crypto assets in general, right? Because I mean, finding approval from regulatory figures like the way this just did, the SEC sued them. The SEC sued XRP for I don't know what, right? So malpractice of some sort, but they won the case. They won against the SEC. So that, I mean, the SEC really freaking positioned themselves to get like just really screwed here. They thought they had it bagged, but XRP, I know, guys. I have a really strange just preference here for BTC, right? So, and it's just, it really has no utility. BTC is just, it's only because it's the first, and that's valued where it is, right? But everything else is very sketchy to me, right? If it's not, even Ethereum is a little weird. So yeah, team. So let's go ahead and continue on here and see what else we have, right? So I'll try to look at BBIG. I'll try to look at the BBBYQ. What's up? What's up? How are you? I'm well. Thank you so much for asking. You suspect there's a breakout in play at BBBYQ? That's cool. I assume it's because they're they're acquired now, and that company could actually start recovering from all of its losses. I mean, it was terrible. So Rob Zombie, yeah, we'll try my best. I'll try my best there. So hold on just a sec, team. I know that IPO went from $5 to $30 and now back to 11. That's insane, Dark Horse. Okay, there we go. So let me look at PWM real fast, right? Even if that's something that we were speaking of as a potential pump, right? Sorry, I wasn't looking at my keyboard. So here we go. So PWM, right? This was just IPO'd here. Let me do something. Huge gap up, opening from 460, usually where it opens up to 30, back to 11. That's what you said. Why is it there? Let me see a short-term time frame fib. I wonder if it's touching one of the geometrics here. Let's see. Okay, currently found support at the 3.272. This thing and this one, we're using supports from the 4.618. Geometrically speaking, it's in play, but this is just extremely bearish at the moment, gapping down on the daily too. Man, I don't have anything here other than raw price action. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not even going to be able to read indicators at all here. Let's, okay, so this is going to be full discretion here. Like, this is literally just price and volume. Let me see. Okay, so I see a structure here. Let me see the bi-hourly time frame. Okay. Just a moment, team. I want to be, yeah, when it becomes when you start looking at things like this, it gets especially difficult, right? So this is very this is just so much I can see that this ticker is very like emotionally impaired, right? So resistance, damn it. I don't know if you're long this ticker already, man, but there's a further downside to look at here. And we just got the hourly inverse silver cross here, right? The EMA 21 below the EMA 55. 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I'd say the resistance is coming up at a 1317. If it reaches that high, we could be at the resistance of the EMA 9. So let me pull that up right now. Let me see. Or the man, oof. Yeah, supporting tiny moving averages for the EMA 21, highly likely to realize 13. I would say the top side of about 1317. It's a range though, okay? 1317 to 1351. That could be a heavy resistance before a continuation to the way down. Okay, my brother. So remember that I spoke about this earlier, not about PWM, about tickers in general. That my ability gets severely hindered here when we look at when I don't have enough historical value. So that's what I'm seeing here, bro. So the pump to the upside may be limited here to around 1317 to around 1355. Okay, so I'm gonna just draw that in there, and just so that we can kind of keep in mind whatever's being said, right? So whatever, 315 is fine too, and we set around 1355, right? There we go. So this is the resistance that I'm waiting for, my bro, for a continuation to the downside here. The downside may actually be First stop. Damn. Are you joking? That's ridiculous. That is heavy. Oh, man. Okay, bro. This thing may want to reach the invalidation zone entirely. 752. Over the next, like, 3-4 days. FNGR is flattening. That's good. So, team, yeah, keep an eye on this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this here as a support range. So 755 to 817 is the overall low, and one of the stops on that way down could be right about here. 977. It's a very highly confluent area here at 1040. Okay, team. So yeah, watch out for that, because I see price action essentially doing this this grab here, just like this here. Face the resistance, comes back down and finds the support resistance from the current lows, and then tries one more time like this, and then we can evaluate what could be happening, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, team. It's just it's in the process of returning almost everything that it already gained. But you know, oftentimes these things tend to get, like, after a huge capitulation, they tend to get a pretty gnarly upside again, and then another capitulation. So eyeball this stuff, okay, team? All right, okay, Rosa. So it's not going to pump to 1,000 right now. That's the thing, is I don't know what these do, because they don't have historical values for me to evaluate or for me to backtest. So everything is going to be speculation here. So if I'm, and also I don't have any tools because there's no trading history. So all I'm looking at here is like the training that I faced in like the first 3 months. Just candles and natural areas of supply and demand. So all right, check it out. Price action already reaching the target that we spoke about. Right, so I think 1315 to 1355 is your resistance level before a capitulation. But of course, we'll see, right? I mean, but that's honestly, if I were playing short this asset, I would probably open short around there. And then, I mean, that honestly, it would be such a gnarly gainer. I'm talking about 23% to the downside here. Potential bottom side of the range for a almost 28% gain. My eyes are all over that. 1314. Right, so man. 1319. Here we go. Let's see. 1355. It could be that top side. We're already at the EMA 21. Okay, hold it. The Fonz man to say XRP, baby. I've been holding my 20. Damn, that is so much. Are you serious, bro? Wow. Okay, if it combats this region, team, expect another area of pullback right over here at around 1417. No, 1407. Sorry, but it's already kind of meeting this resistance nicely. But yeah, if it actually validates the EMA 21, then maybe we can see 1407. Who knows? But it's already facing the resistance from the range top that we spoke of. I can't say that that's the end right there, right? But it's just higher probability plays. So, sorry, let's see. Yeah, 9,999 times out of 10. I'm sorry, yeah. So, what is that? 9,999 out of 10,000 IPOs don't pump to $1,000. Yes, that is true. That is true. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness, man. That is really funny. Okay, so yeah, I think, yeah, see how it's facing a lot of resistance, like huge resistance right there, and the price action is like, you saw how fast it got up here, right? So that's not buy side confidence now, right? So facing this resistance here, you know, like we're saying, could be that touch and then continuation to the downside. Man, if it does happen, I'm lucky, right? So as price action is very hard to like even predict at all, as it is random, right? So secondary target, remember 1407 could also be another area to look at, as this is going to introduce like, we're about to repair, let's go, right? So in my case, I would have already, you know, probably been out here if I was out of the money. I'm not sure that this thing can rip to the upside. If you get a chance, can you look at NVVE? Wasn't that the play that we put up the other day? Let's see. Someone is making bank, short laddering, COSM over. What? Yeah, we're here. Yeah, remember I was telling you that 303 could have been the target, but we went to 299? Damn. This is a very dangerous area to be in within COSM in general. Right, so that a lot of bounces have happened from this zone here. Oh my goodness, man. Let's see, team. Hold on just a sec. If you have time, can you look at, man, it's actually already, I actually do have to go and wake up my little boy right now, team, but oh, there we go. Nice. Check it out. We're failing to the EMA 21 PWM. Yeah, man. I hope I didn't upset you with that. It's just usually it plays out like that, right? So show us the finger, dude. So yeah, okay, so we're facing a 4-hour support here at about 567, but I spoke about it earlier. I did say that I'm expecting a grab here at a 557 to 546 for a support touch. This is a reaccumulation event, right? So this is either going to be a falling wedge or some type of symmetrical triangle or something, but it's not indicative of anything like capitulation. It's more reaccumulation, right? So temporary support at 567, probably validate the 576 as resistance, come back down, reaccumulate at 557, 546. Okay, team. So, yeah, you guys. So, I think I don't be upset at me here, right? We just got to make sure to get my Rosie Gay Glasses with the finger, right? Dude. Don't be upset at me, team. I know that we still have a lot of tickers to evaluate, right? But I do have to make my way. I have to make sure to get my little guy up and running, right? But I just can't be showing up like this at freaking 8:50 in the morning. It's just he gashed his head in, right, just a couple days ago, and we took him to the hospital, and that was honestly a very trying time, and that also screwed with all of our schedules here. So you know, I'm running a little bit on probably a good like 3.5 hours sleep right now, but it's just, you know, we got work to do, we got things to look at, right? Einstein and Tesla lived their lives with what, like 15-minute intervals of sleep. So, dude, look at this, man. LPB trying to get me to fall under that. I'm gonna boot your ass. Thank you, Samantha. Really appreciate you. Jay, let me know, okay? Can you look at this, guys? It for sure made it happen. Damn. So just I know that it's been freaking right. You just asked me for so freaking many times. But remember, please remind me on the what was I gonna say? I was gonna say to please remind me on a DM or something too, brother, because I can always look at these tickers on the side too. So current support being found at this gap top right here. So we literally just covered it and came back down. What's the deal with that, right? So could this thing be faking out the people? Well, I don't know, but I mean, to give you an honest bias here, 15-minute and 5-minute are showing some slight weaknesses, right? Bi-hourly time frame downside. So yeah, team, I do think that this can actually face one more downside here, and it would be, yeah, EMA 55 located right down here at about 164, and that's an inflection zone. Okay, so pay attention to this, okay? If you start closing a candle beneath the 164 area, a bi-hourly candle, so that would introduce a continuation to the downside to test the 140 level, followed by the 133. Okay, so this would be entirely this here. If we break this, that would be entirely in a complete invalidation of this upside in general. Okay, it'll undo it all in one shot. Okay, so watch out with that. Watch out with that right there. Okay, but so far there is no signs of recovery just yet, which is why I'm saying that this could face a bottom side touch of. Give it this range for now. Okay, for now, we 183 to 172. 183 to 172 could be a bounce zone, right? And then from there we gotta see, right? Because very likely it's gonna start converting some things into resistances. SMA 10 located at the bottom of the range right here. Also, the EMA 21 located at 165 could be right up there, right? So yeah, keep an eye on this, okay? So Barbara Young saying thanks for all you do. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks for all you do. Weekend. I'm sorry, I didn't understand that. So the little one is recovering well. Have a great weekend. You too, Barbara. Thank you so much. The little one is recovering well. He's I'd say he's back to normal, right? Just as rowdy as he ever is, and always in a bad mood, right? Because he's 3 years old. Ah, goodness gracious. So yeah, I'm gonna have to favor this support touch right here, team. Look at the 4-hour time frame RSI facing that support right at the SMA 14. I would express a little bit of danger because this is reaching the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile. This could be pivoted toward towards the downside temporarily, where then it would face the support from either the 6-hour or the 8-hour from the opposing side gravitational zone here, right? So that's the temporary downside that I'm looking for before an upside continuation, and we will evaluate, of course, right? So that one's it right there, my brother. I'm sorry, Jay, that I didn't look at it when you asked me, right? This was a while ago. So, but anyway, team, I do appreciate everybody for coming by. I love you all. Thank you all for the donations. Thank you so much for your participation here with the team. Consider joining the Arca Bulls trading community in Discord. We often talk about some pretty interesting plays there, right, team? But Jay, I'm happy to at least have looked at it for you, my brother. Yeah, no, not a problem, dude. But yeah, you too, Dark Horse. Thank you so much for everything, team. Really appreciate you. The fonts, dang it, boy. Guys, love you all. Rob Zombie. Brandon, take care, man. You got frita. Love you, brother. All right. So, yeah, team, with that said, I wish everybody very well and a great weekend, right? Try to spend some time with the families. Let's probably not look at the charts as much, right? And then we'll get back to it. Leave the charts to me. I'll try to put up the videos this weekend so that we can evaluate the plays coming into next weekend, right? But you guys make sure to spend some time with your families and appreciate them while we have them there, okay, team? But with that said, yeah, Zephyr, I'll catch you later next time, my bro. But yeah, team, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you at the bell on Monday. Rosy Gear Glasses, peace. Take care, team. Adios.